Hi there, beauties. Welcome back to my channel, A Fit Life Center, where I teach you small coping strategies to help you either begin, continue, or maintain a life that's fit for you. Sometimes, especially as Black women, we give out so much of our energy that we either forget or have never developed strategies to help us focus on what we need. And in this channel, it's all about you and helping you to create a life that's uniquely fit for you. So, in case you're new to this channel, my name is Sharon, and I am a licensed clinical social worker. And for years, I've been helping people um, learn coping strategies to manage and overcome symptoms of anxiety, depression, stress, life, and recover from trauma. But these days, I like to focus on wellness, right? I want to see you be well and live a life that's fit for you. This is Kismet. He's barking. He doesn't want me to be great today. I don't know why. But we're going to keep rolling on. I'll edit whatever we got to edit here, right? So I really want you to learn how to create a life that's fit for you. I want this to be a community where we come together to talk about the places where maybe we get stuck, right? Or the triumphs that we have, right? Because we all have those times in our lives, times where we feel stuck, where we don't know how to move forward. And then there are these opportunities that present themselves to us where we are able to move ourselves forward. And I want to give you the skills available so that you can move yourself forward when it's time. And usually it's always time. So I usually check in and I ask how your week was and encourage you, if your week was tough, to take a moment to reset yourself. And if your week was good, feel good, right? And so life happens to us all. Last week was a bit of a challenging week for me. I lost someone that I really loved. She was a very integral part of my young adulthood, right? Of my spiritual life, right? She taught me what faith looked like, what praying looked like, what resilience looked like. And so her teachings really are influential in my life every day. Every time I'm in a tough spot, I always remember some little nugget that she gave to me or a song that she would sing. One of the songs that she would always sing would be God Specializes. And I've been kind of playing that song around and around and around in my head over the last week. Thinking about the times when I was in tough spots that I realized that God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is greater than me and is for me and is willing to create specialty things just for me. And so I just wanted to take a minute to just honor her and say that I loved her and that it was such a great honor to have been taught by her and in her presence. And not only did we talk about spiritual things, we used to have so much fun together. We would go on to like church conventions together, and we would be in hotel rooms and we would be giggling, and we were so surprised to find that she was not only this powerful woman of God, but she was just a woman like the rest of us, and she went through things and she would share those things with us. And it made me know that I could be myself and um, have a spiritual life at the same time. Because sometimes the examples that we see, it's like I have to be some caricature of myself in order to have a spiritual life. I have to know the right words to say, the right inflections and the pauses. And one of the things that she taught me is that I could just be myself. So, Sister Helen Morrison, thank you for that. I will love you forever. And I know that you are somewhere relaxed and still encouraging us to move forward. And we are doing our best to be a support for those that you left behind. I love you. Okay. So, how do you manage when it's been a tough week? When you lost somebody, maybe you're grieving. Compassion is the key. Compassion for yourself, that maybe you're not firing on 10 that week. I've noticed I just haven't been, right? A little more tired, more emotional, right? Trying to be there for my loved ones as well, as best I can. Not doing much, but trying my best to be there. So, not firing on 10. Sadness comes in waves. How do you deal with that? First thing is compassion. Have compassion for yourself. Take it easy. Get a little more rest. Allow somebody to support you. My husband has been great, right? From food to he bought me a whole roll of toilet paper when the tears started flowing. Not the tissue. He went and got the whole roll of the toilet paper off the thing and brought it to me. I was like, my brain was like, we don't have tissue. But then I was like, girl, take the toilet paper. It'll do the same thing, right? Just his presence of being there was just a beautiful support. Talking to my sister friends that we all share this love for her, right? Helped, right? Stepping in with compassion and love for each other where we could. Helped. Having compassion for other people. People grieve in different ways, right? It may not look like what you think it should look like, but just because it doesn't look like what you think it should look like doesn't mean that they are not grieving. So cutting them a break, not being judgmental about the way that they are grieving. Being a support where you can, stepping back when you can. Resting is another one. Because grief takes a lot of energy out of you, right? Physically, emotionally, mentally. So sometimes you got to just lay it down and get some extra rest, right? And grief shows up in a lot of ways because grief is loss, right? For me, this week, it was the loss of a loved one. For other people, it could be the loss of a relationship. It could be the loss of what you thought a thing was going to be. I thought this was what I wanted. This was the plan, and the plan didn't show up the way I wanted. A job, right? It could be anything, a loss. Give yourself compassion for yourself, compassion for other people, non-judgment, rest, allowing for the variety of emotions that might show up as you take this ride. Some people, they feel sad, and then there's anger, right? And then they maybe feel denial. They don't want this to be their reality right now. And you take this ride of these emotions that kind of come and go. It's part of the journey of grieving. I know that this isn't a happy topic, but we have to talk about all the ways that we create a life fit for us. Because when you do, you have to take the times when life is not so great. It's part of the ride. It's part of it, right? And even grieving starts to get a little easier to manage, a little easier to cope with. You'll always feel something, right? Something. But it gets manageable as we take the time to be with it, to love ourselves through it, to allow whatever support that is around you to love you through it, to start to accept the loss, and to know that there are some losses they can't be replaced, but life slowly starts to continue for it and continue for you, and you can allow it to continue even when you still miss whatever it is, whoever it is. I think that's all I wanted to say today. Short and sweet. Know that I love you and I'm with you 100%. And this is why I want you to live a life that's fit for you. Because life is short and precious and can be amazing and beautiful. But we don't want to let it pass us and not create a life that's fit for you. Whenever I leave this piece of my journey, I want y'all to be saying, child, she did everything. She didn't leave anything on the table. She's all right. What do you need for you to feel like you didn't leave anything? You did what you wanted that create a life that's fit for you. I love you.